Yeah.
Delete everything.
I make it really tough on those folks. Okay.
Rob a bank.
Right. Luckily, I retrieved, on that last one that I trained on that other company. I actually got my Binance US account back, and there was 2,500 of what I thought was taken sitting there.
Delete everything.
So that was better than a sharp.
I make it really tough on those folks.
Okay, so now what do I got to do here?
Right.
Let me do something here.
I think you got another window
Yeah, I gotta
open.
mute it. That's all. Okay, so I'm gonna share screen and we're gonna get going on the show here. Let me okay that share screen. So let's see what we can learn today together. Okay. So I am Thomas Dubois, and I'm on here with a whole bunch of leaders, whole bunch of great people. We're learning about cryptocurrency today. We're learning about yield staking. Is that the word you used? Yeah, and yield farming and liquidity farming and staking. We're actually going to do both, because we're going to actually be staking tag coin and going into a liquidity farming pool, which is known as yield farming, right, Nalani? And we're going to take you through that legitimately from start to finish. Now, today we're talking about tag protocol mostly, but then we're coming on to some other stuff that we might go into that you're welcome to hang out on and see if you can learn anything from. Again, you can cut off at any time once we're done with this part. But we're talking about tag protocol. We're talking about taking the tag that you're making and the money that you're making and making it into even more and letting it work for you on a daily basis. The same thing that I'm going to do with the minting process of minting what we make on our hashtags, because we mine using hashtags on Twitter. So we're mining every single day. We're making money with our hashtags. I own 12 hashtags, and we're mining every single day. So Vielka, I'm pretty sure that your hashtag has shown up now. Now, mine's not showing the best number. I thought it would be a better number than it is. But like Sarah, if Sarah had one that showed up as a number, and she was kind of disappointed for a minute, and she was going, but guess what it is now? It's a number one. So you never know when that's going to shift. And like for me, next year it could hit with the one that I just bought. I just bought Teeter from the show Yellowstone. Teeter's one of the most dynamic characters on there that is going to be really up and coming character in what they call 4-6's Ranch, which is going to be an offshoot of Yellowstone, a brand new show, and she's going to be a main character there, I think. So if my predictions of that future is right, I might got something there, like Sarah, that shows up later. So let's go ahead and just jump right in, and we'll go from start to finish. Andrea and Mark. So me, Andrea, Mark, and Sarah do this every single Friday for the last 3 or 4, at least for Andrea and I, and then Sarah for the last couple. But every Friday morning we'll do something like this live and help you maybe maybe we'll walk you through farming and mining your stuff, or you through signing something up or whatever the case, or buying a hashtag. So, but we do this because there's so many steps that we have trouble grabbing it all the first time. So we want people to understand, if it's written out for you step by step, which Andrea is going to do today, if we're a hands-on person like Sarah and I are, then you're going to learn it step by step, right? So everybody's going to learn it different. A technical person's going to be able to talk you through it in some crushing way. Like I believe Vielka has some big background in technology that I don't, or more background, and so she might grab it better from Lynette, which I look forward to you meeting her someday, because she's sometimes she's so far over my head, but she's so awesome that I watch her over and over again, and then I get more and more. So here we go. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign into my MetaMask. And so if you don't have it set up in your MetaMask for it to sign itself out after a timing, that is we did a video on that on my YouTube. So look into that for yourself because you want to do that. You want to make sure that you're secure and that it'll time out for you. So I'm going to sign in there. And am I freezing, guys? Okay. I'm going to sign in there, and B&B must have went. Oh no, I sold some yesterday. I was going, where's all my B&B? but I forgot. I sold some to some people coming on and buying hashtags. So welcome, Miss Janice. By the way, she came on and bought a couple of hashtags yesterday. And to anybody else new, and here we go. So I'm going to do that. Now, and I might pull up the wrong one first, so bear with me. But what I can do is pull them both up side by side. And I'm going to go ahead and connect to my wallet. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Okay, I'm connected to it. There we go. It should. Oh, well, that is weird. Have you ever seen that before? Huh. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to get back in there. See all those securities that we were just talking about. They're killing me, I'm telling you. All right, here we go. So this is going to take me to where I can look at my hashtags, my tag protocol back office. It is tagprotocol.com /dashboard. If you're on your phone, you would go into the left-hand side and go into the browser, and then you could put in tag protocol. And what it does is it saves it. So usually you put in a T and an A and you can just press on it, right? So I have these saved. So I'm going to go ahead and open that one up. I'm going to go ahead and open my other one up in my other window so that I can just have some things going. But let's take a look at a couple of things on here real quick. And I got to get my pictures out of the way, so I'm not going to be able to see you guys, just so you know, just so I can see this. Okay. And so on here, you got your invite and earn if you want to share with anybody. Easiest thing in the world is, hey, are you making any money off those hashtags? Oh, really? Yeah, man. Have you heard of NFTs and crypto mining? Well, everybody in the world, the biggest money earners in the world are off of crypto mining. I can show you how to make money off of those. Boom, done. Okay. So keep everything simple. So many people are looking to get into this space and be a part of this space. They just don't know how to. So on invite and earn, you can go there. Hashtag marketplace. Trade and tag protocol, we can jump to there. Hashtag staking, that's how we can go to the other site that I just pulled up. But let's go ahead and take a look at my hashtags real quick. Well, oops. So on here, you can search your hashtag and get all of the benefits from it and whatnot, and what you're making. Let me do that. Hang on a sec, see what's going on there. Let me sign in there again. Okay, so I'm going to go to my hashtags. What the heck? Okay, maybe I'm not. Okay, here we go. My hashtags. What is going on here? Am I not connected?
Try to click on disconnect and then reconnect, Thomas.
Thank you. It's kind of
on the bottom.
Yeah, my thing keeps coming up on it, so it won't let me get to it. See what I'm saying? So give me 1 second.
It's not connected, Thomas, if you looked at it.
Yeah, I'm trying. My Zoom, the Zoom toolbar keeps getting in the way of everything. So let me get it back out of the way. Pull it to the top. Okay, so I wonder if I'm having internet trouble and we might need somebody else to take over.
Hit back and then go to your MetaMask wallet before you click on MetaMask.
See, teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, so I'm on there.
And then do your 3 dots.
Because I'm cookied up.
Yeah, maybe try to disconnect your MetaMask and then try to connect again.
Okay, so this is one way you can go to your connected sites, folks. And so I wasn't connected and I'm still not. Okay.
And you're in the right account, right?
Yep, account 1. Okay. Okay, let's scroll to the bottom. Let me just keep trying here. Okay, open app. MetaMask. Okay. I think I think somebody else ought to take over.
Thomas, I had that happen yesterday every time I tried to, so I don't know what that means.
Okay, because I can't get to where I want to get to. So if I can't connect to, so we were having troubles yesterday with the site. So if I can't, let me see if I can connect on here, and maybe I just won't show people how to mint. Or maybe if I connect over here, it'll connect over there. Let's see. So now let me go back here real fast. Try it again. No. Okay, so right now I can't get into the hashtag site to mint and mine, but what I normally would do is I would go on there and I would mint any tag that I have made so far, which I actually had done earlier, so I didn't have to wait on that. So that will have to come in another training. So
You want to use mine?
Are you in on that part?
I'm up.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm in the account information.
Let me mute up.
So this is where Thomas was showing you the account information. And then the mint and claim part is what you want to, is under the unminted. So you would just mint and claim. I don't want to do mine quite yet. I wait till it gets a little bit higher just because of the fees. But this is where you'd mint and claim. And then it goes into your tag wallet. And it would show up under your tag. And then, do you want me to go to the tag coin too?
Yeah, well, show people your hashtag real quick.
Okay.
And let's
My
just start.
hashtag is Santa Claus. It dropped 1 grade today. It's a number 3, but the average is number 6. So not doing too bad for being the first part of the year.
Right. Christmas being gone, and she's still making money on a 3. So what does that show on a in the past hour? You've made 0.28 hashtags. Past 7 days, 49 tags, and 2,475 is considered a yearly yield. That would be times 30 cents right now. Is that correct?
I think that's what it's at.
So 2,475 times 30 cents. You guys tell me if that's pretty good free money for you, a $450 purchase of Santa Claus, right? Now we're at $600 per hashtag, which is easily made back on the mining process alone. Nevertheless, what we're about to show you. Go back for us. Oh no. Okay, and go to register a hashtag. Okay, so somebody could search on here to find hashtags, but you want to be really careful when you do. So go to Meta Poker,
Capital P or lowercase?
lower.
Thomas, why do you want to be careful?
If you hit register now and you have B&B in there, you're going to buy yourself a hashtag.
Gotcha.
So I'm just searching right now to see if it's available, because I was watching some world-class poker earlier, and I guarantee poker in the meta world is going to be there. So I'd like to search that sometime. But a lot of times when you're buying things for the meta world or the gaming and stuff, some of that's going to be futuristic money making that you're counting on. Like I talked about earlier with Teeter, that, like I have metadating. Okay. And it's a 20 right now, but I believe someday that's going to be a 1 and it's going to be sell worthy, but I could be wrong. Okay. Go ahead and take yourself back, please. But that's how you buy one, is right there. And then go up to account information. Okay. And as we showed you here, you can go here to invitation earnings. And if you put her in the other day, then you, so you've already claimed that.
Yeah.
So you made, you put a few people in by sharing it, and this is where your earnings would show up. Go to, you know what? Why don't I take over if I'm going to do the mining?
Sure.
I mean, if I'm going to do the yielding pool, and did you let me out of there? Okay, let's get it to me. Okay, let me get out of there. Okay, don't know what happened there. Boy, technically going weird today. Might be things going on in the world as well. But I also have a storm up here. I have no idea what's all going on with everything. So let's get out of here. Go into here. So I am now at tagcoin.io. Okay. You also can get there from here. So you can go to the white papers here. You can check availabilities here. You can go to trading on tagcoin.io from there. So I'll be up in 2 spots there. So let's not do that. And okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to check how much tag I have that I don't have in the mining pool right now. And I'm going to take us through. Is there anything? So first I need to make sure that my wallet will connect. So I'm going to reconnect my wallet. Okay. And it should be connected. I'm going to see how much tag I have. So I have 574 tag. That is worth 0.379 on BNB. So I do believe that I am going to go ahead and use that full amount of tag, the 574, and I'm going to add it to my liquidity pool. And I'm going to go ahead and just match that today because of so many already. We went through this from step to step to step very smoothly before. But so I just strongly suggest that many of us will get on here with you to do this again, over and over and over again. We'll record it over and over again. When we have a clean recording, we'll post it. But we've had so many technical difficulties right now that I believe we're a little convoluted up to this point. So I'm just gonna call Uncle on that and go, okay, from here, what I normally would do is I would turn my tag into BNB, and I would only utilize what I have made to add to my liquidity pool. So I'm compounding what I make daily instead of taking more money out of my pocket. In this case, in lieu of time and to show you, I'm going to go ahead and match my tag amount with B&B. So it is worth 0.37932944489 in B&B, which you would just pick a regular number. But since I have it up there, I am using the BUSD pool and the tag pool. So I know that in B&B, okay, so I know that in B&B, I have zero that I have that in order to match the amount of tag, because you have to match up 2 coin in order to enter the liquidity pool and make it live. I don't know if I'm using the perfect terminology, but that's okay. Again, if we're totally confusing you, we're here for you because I caught very little of it my first time. I just knew I was making more money. You know, and especially using the technical terms that Lynette uses, I caught barely any of it. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to match up my amount of tag protocol with the same amount of BUST. Okay. So I'm going to change, BUSD. So I'm going to change my tag here to BUSD. It's now going to show me how much of that is B&B. I'm going to swap my B&B, that amount of B&B into BUSD. So I match my amount of tag. Might be confusing, I know. And of course, every time I go that it's in the way. Let's see. Okay. So so always there, it's going to give you when you start to swap or do something from a connected site with MetaMask, it's going to have you confirm it in your MetaMask wallet. And so that's why you tag it up here in your Chrome, and then you'll hit confirm like I just did. Then it'll show you swap complete up there. Okay. And so I now swapped 0.037 into my BUSD. So I now can come over here to liquidity, and I'm going to now match up my BUSD with my tag. So I'm going to hit maximum there. As you can see, when you hit max on the tag, then remember the amount of B&B that I just swapped for BUSD to match it shows up here. So that's how much BUSD to make 574 tag. I'm going to now enable these 2 coins. I'm going to make them useful in our liquidity pool. So first of all, whichever pool you're in, you need to match up those coins because you're matching them together. And so now I'm going to, on this one, as you're going to see, I can confirm and work a little faster, and I can enable. So now I'm going to make that BUSD right here useful, and I'm going to make the tag useful. And so it's going to have me, come on. It's going to have me confirm. You're going to see that it costs you a little gas fee each time you do it. I'm going to confirm that. Then I'm going to go ahead and enable the tag. So enable, what does that mean? To make useful. That's the way my non-dictionary brain works. So we're going to do that. It will, once it works there, both of those will turn into the gray color enable tag. And so once the tag's enabled, it usually takes about 30 seconds, 60 seconds, something like that. Okay, now I know that I have enabled the use of this much BUSD, and I've enabled the use of this much tag, and I can add them to my liquidity pool. So that's the amount that I chose to do. I'm hitting add to liquidity. So it is now adding it to my pool. As you can see down here as well. So now I see it there. Okay. You can see that you can also remove your liquidity and then transfer it back into money that you can use or cash out on anytime you want here. It's one of the reasons why I love this program. I am in 100% control of my money at all times. That's a big deal. Guys, there's so many programs out there that people are promising 1% and 3% a day, but they want to hold on to your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency, and they want to hold on to it for an extended period. Well, if they're promising that and it's such a up and down market, do you think that's a legitimate program? Got to ask yourself some of the simple questions. See, they're going to hit you with all of this jargon, but you got to ask yourself the legitimate questions. If Bitcoin is down $30,000 almost, from what it was 2 months ago, but they're promising their trading are coming back at 1% to 3% a day, all you got to do is give them your Bitcoin to trade with. Something tells me most of them, not all, there's legit programs out there, but if they're promising a percentage on a daily basis, be careful of that, because in this volatile market, that's scary. We're in a program that we see it trading every day. And even though it's down and we've lost money there, it's very important. So now I'm going to go to my third button on tagcoin.io, and I'm going to go to liquidity pool farming. Okay. As I go to liquidity pool farming here, I'm going to now, remember, I paired up BUSD and tag, right? So you also can pair up BNB and tag. Okay. Either one you want. From what I understand, the BNB and tag pool is a lot bigger, so you share less in the staking, if I understood her correctly on that. Once I do that, I'm going to go to maximum here, okay? And that's the maximum amount. That's what I paired, right? So it's half BSD, half tag, and now I get to deposit that. So I want you to take a look at my numbers, not to, but I have 12K in there. I am farming and sharing at 2.616% on an hour of that pool on an hourly basis. Okay, of the farming pool. I am now farming tag, and I am entering the liquidity pool. So what is the liquidity pool? I'm going to say it my way. Anybody can correct me. I gave many of you permission to correct me by making you co-host. Correct me on anything. I am not an expert. Part of what we're doing here is learning together. But on the liquidity pool, I say it this way. I'm loaning them my 12K to make money off of that, way more than any bank on a daily basis, to make money off that. I am compounding the money that I made off my hashtag and letting it work for me. So like every 3 days I come in here and I add it to that total so that I'm making more money on more coin, and I'm now compounding my yearly yield. Okay. And hoping to make a whole of a lot of money. And you can see the whole farming pool by scrolling down and looking at that. But right now, if you'll notice that that's 12K, right? So I'm going to deposit that amount. I switch this to BUSD tag. I'm going to deposit that amount in there. Here, you're going to have to confirm twice. Okay, why? Because you're adding the pair, is what I understand. So that'll pop up again for us on the MetaMask. So one's been approved. And the second transaction now, confirm. And you'll see these totals change now as I add that. It won't change very much because I'm just really trying to match into there what I've been making. So I'm not trying to add more of my own money, even though this time I did. just a little bit. So what, maybe $200. Okay, so now it changed to 12.3 and it moved up in the farming share to 2.6787. So that's what I'm making out. And Nalani, it is hourly, right? Andrea, that's what you understand as well? Somebody?
That's what I understand.
Okay.
Nalani gave you a thumbs up.
Okay. And then I can go. So also look at this. So like right now, here's one thing that I haven't figured out yet that I'll have to ask Lynette about when she gets back sunbathing. I don't know what she's doing. She's in Florida though. But every time that I went to claim and withdraw, it does take it all out. And then I have to deposit back in what I want. So if I took 12.3K out right now, I would probably take 2.3 and use it for something else and leave 10K in there to work for me if I was to claim and withdraw it. But right now I'm going to just let all of that work for me through the weekend. And on Monday, I'm going to decide if I want to take out. But you just do a backwards process and we'll get on here. If I'm going to claim and withdraw, when I'm going to do that, I will definitely put it on the WhatsApp group and you guys can come and help me along with that. And I promise you guys that we'll get some filmed that are smooth sailing all the way through. I know that on mine here that we jumped around a little bit. Okay. But you can claim and withdraw whatever you have in there. So my daughter calls me up and, Dad, my transmission fell out. I need help. And instead of going into my personal bank accounts, I can go into money that I'm using. I can say, how much do you need? 2,000. And I say, okay. And I come in here and I withdraw my 12.3K, put back in 10K, and I would have 2.3K to send her and to get her on her way again. So you're never, you're in 100% control of your money. I can't tell you how important that is with programs out there that if you're not in control of your money, you're not decentralized at all. And you're put yourself in a position of scam me if you want because I gave you it already, so basically they're holding on to it. They walk away. There's nothing you can do. Nothing. You can do a class action lawsuit. You can do all that you want to do. But I'm going to do everything in my power to stay in programs that I am in 100% control. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to just let that ride. I'm going to get out of here. But what I am going to do before I click it over to see if somebody else wants to go through, like Andrea or Sarah might want to go through and do theirs if anybody wants to stick around. But
I'm going to hop off real fast, Tommy, just because I have another. But
yeah,
thank you. This
bet.
was
Do your
awesome.
thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. And anybody can jump off and go anytime they need to. We do this every Friday because we're doing this because we need to do it. We're not doing this to necessarily teach. We're just offering people to come on here and learn with us because we're doing this anyway. Okay. So because every 3 days I am doing this. So I want to now go back into my my MetaBass wallet, and I want to make sure that everything's closed out in there to keep all of my my assets safe. So I'm going to go to the 3 dots up top. I'm going to go to connected sites. See, tagcoin.io is still in there. So that means somebody would have easy access to that if they had access to my wallet. If I take that off, that's at least not easy access. Okay. So there we go. And so as you can see, I had 1.7. So to match my tag, I did use 0.3 something of my coins to match that, which normally we would just split up the tag that we have and not use your own money. In lieu of time today, I did use my own money. Let me stop share for a sec. And Sarah or Andrea, were either of you going to stake your, Sarah, you were?
Yeah,
Andrea, I'm going to ask you to unmute and communicate with Sarah as she's going, because we know that I like to get in there and confuse everybody. Okay. So let me mute myself out first. And then Sarah and Andrea, can you say something so we know that you guys are there? And then can you talk your way through this and not just do it, please?
Yeah. So Sarah, you're doing your tag too, right?
yeah.
Okay. And did you mint and claim already or not yet?
No, I haven't done that yet. So do I go to .com or .io?
.com.
Tagprotocol.com.
Okay. Oh. Why did that come up? That's weird. Okay.
Andrea, it's all you. So Andrea and Sarah, you have to talk your way through this, just so you know, or we're doing nobody else any good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to tagprotocol.com, correct?
Yes.
Am I not spelling it right, or? Let's go. There we go.
See where it says refer up there after the back? Just put
Yeah.
put dashboard, but don't delete everything. Just put dashboard. See if it comes up.
Hmm. So let's.
May I butt in a
exit.
minute
Let me
and just ask a question?
start over again.
Sure, Janice.
Is it going to be beneficial for me? Am I going to need to buy a computer since all I have is my phone? Any thoughts on that from anybody else?
That would be a good question for Thomas. Sarah, you have an A at the end instead of an O.
Okay.
Protocol.
So,
Okay, gotcha.
So real quickly on that, that 95% can be done by your phone, but you know, like doing this to show people and whatnot is always good computer wise. One of the reasons in cryptocurrency that I like computer and phone is when you have a matchup of that on one or the other. If you lose one, you have the other on the other. So do I feel it would be beneficial? Sure. Do I think it's necessary? Not at all.
Okay. Thank you, Thomas.
Why is this coming up like this?
You got it misspelled. You need a O after your R and then .com.
Tag? Oh,
Tagprotocol.com.
oh my goodness. That's what happens when you're a year older, right? Okay, it's .com. That's what I had asked earlier. So. There we go. I got to move you guys. Okay. And then I got to sign into, I got to, can't talk and chew gum at the same time.
Okay. And then click on MetaMask to connect it.
Yeah, please talk it through, guys, or it's no good for me.
So this is what came up for me yesterday as well, Thomas. I don't know what this is.
Nor do we. So
Where it says refer, see if you can put dashboard up top on your toolbar on your URL.
I had that up there. That's what's so. See, let's see.
now try to do dashboard.
There you go.
That's interesting. Okay.
Something there.
And then
So,
Sarah, you can always save this to your computer too by clicking the little star on the URL. It'll bookmark this page for you.
all right, cool.
There you go.
All right, so now I go to account information, correct?
Correct. Not active. Please make a-
Account not active?
Are you on your right wallet?
Maybe not. Let me see. It's not connected yet.
Okay, so you need to connect the wallet.
Let me see if I'm connected to anything. Nope, I'm not. Okay, so I got to go back.
Let's see.
See, it says connect. Let's see, try here again. Huh. See, then it pops up here into refer.
Yeah. It's not connecting your wallet.
Yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Let me look in my wallet to see what, whether I'm in, hold on. See, I am in BSC at mainnet. See, that's something we have to make sure that people know that, so that they're not in another deal. Let's see. Huh. This kept popping up yesterday for me as well, so I couldn't get in there. And I don't know what that's all about.
Go back up to dashboard instead of refer. And then I'm going to tell you what to do to expedite this process if we can. So go ahead and click on that.
Got
Just click on
okay,
it.
so this one. Got
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Okay. Now go down to the bottom
Mhm.
and well, first, yeah, disconnect. Okay, now connect. Okay, it's just not working. So go to dashboard, see if it's connected. So go up top to your URL.
Go to my URL.
Yeah. And go ahead and go back to dashboard again.
Just hit enter or click on it. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's see if it's got you in there. We'll scroll to the bottom so we can see the disconnect. Okay, so go to account information. Let's see.
It's saying her account's not active.
Okay. So
Is that your right wallet address, sir, right there? Because it's connected to the 0xAB.
I'll tell you in a sec. Well, that's kind of weird.
Oh, click on the colorful circle. Do you have more than one account in here?
I do, but my account is number one.
Click on the second one. Is that the one it's trying to connect to, though? That's the one it's connecting to. So you want to disconnect this one. And now go to account one and try to reconnect it.
All right.
So down at the bottom, disconnect that one. And then make sure you're on account one. There you go. Now click next.
Yeah.
there we
And then
go.
connect.
Okay.
Request already pending. Go, see if it connected you.
Yeah, just click on account information, see if it connected.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. All righty.
Now
So
we're in business.
So now I do mint and claim, correct?
Yes.
okay, I'm going to mute out so you guys can talk your way through it.
Okay.
I'm going to let you walk me through this, Andrea. Let you
Okay,
do.
click on mint and claim.
I am. It's not doing anything. See what happens? It just keeps going. We're having a lot of technical stuff going on today. Every time I click on it, it just keeps going down and I can't seem to get it to activate.
It says it's not connected. If you scroll back to the top, it's not connected.
Huh.
Well,
Let's check it out.
it's connected.
Connected over here. How about we look at my
Connected sites. See if it's in there.
it's on there.
On there, it's connected. Hit your back arrow and try to go back in there. Or hit the box down below.
Oh, you mean, yeah, oh, back in tag protocol.
Hit the back.
Ah, come on.
Now click on MetaMask. There we go. And is
All
that
right.
one?
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now go to your account info and mint and claim.
All right, let's try this again.
There we go. And then you're going to scroll down and confirm it.
Yeah.
And then it gave you the thing that it claimed your request has been sent.
Okay.
Takes a minute to be done. And now it's successful. So now if you go into your wallet, your MetaMask, it should show it in there. For tag, click on assets. And then scroll down to tag. And there it is. Well, there's 228.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to go into the farming. So you clicked on LP token farming and then click on go to tagcoin.io.
Okay.
Then you want to connect your wallet. Make sure it's the right address again. So it's the first one.
Okay.
Okay, and then you want to click on swap because you got to always start with the swap tab first. In the from box, you have BNB. The bottom box, you have tag. So where it says tag, you want to click on max. And then the top box of BNB is says 0.1536. So do you want to use your BNB or you don't have any BNB?
Oh, I have B&B in there.
Yeah, quite a bit, actually. But okay, so here's the question. Do you want to use it or do you want to just mine what you've made?
That's a good question. Well, so I would be using 1.5.
Yes.
And that'll maximize this.
That'll maximize your tag, yeah, that you've made. So basically what you'll be doing is taking 0.15 BNB that matches what you've made in tag. And so you're doubling what you've made in tag this week, putting that into the liquid mining pool. But you're taking about $100 out of your BNB to match it to just to add a little bit more to the liquidity pool. So you're not really compounding, you're more than compounding. You're double compounding what you've made.
Let's do that. Let's do that this week.
Okay. So Andrea, do you know what to do next?
Yes. So her max is the 228 for tag, but she needs 0.153 in BUSD, correct?
No. Wait. Okay. Slow down, because if you start confusing it like that, I mean, you can look all that up and do all of that. It's 0.15 in BNB. So now what you want, so you can just leave that there, right? Because these two match right now. Go down to your tag and change it to BUSD. Okay. Now that's the amount of BUSD she needs to match her tag, okay, that she had there. So now you swap token from BNB to BUSD, and you're going to have equal amounts of tag and BUSD. You don't have to change anything.
Okay, so I do swap.
Yes, ma'am. And Andrea, do you follow me on that?
Yeah, that my terminology just was longer.
Because you had done the calculation on your phone or something, right?
No, I was looking at the top number just to make sure that matched the BUSD.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So alls we're doing is we match the tag to that BNB amount. So now we know if we switch it to BUSD and leave the BNB amount, that it's going to equal the tag amount, and we're going to match tag with BUSD. So she's now swapping token.
Did you confirm your Fox, Sarah? Did it confirm for you?
No, you mean when it came to swapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't pop up.
Okay.
But it's saying she doesn't have any BNB at all.
On that wallet.
Mhm.
So scroll.
That's bizarre because I have 4.
But that's in the other wallet. Wait, no, you do
Oh,
have
she
4.
has- Yeah.
Okay, so you're not connected. So
Well, it says connected here.
okay, so so go up in the top, please, and refresh up at the top left corner. Okay, now scroll so I can see the top, please. Okay, your BNB is not showing up. So scroll to all the way to the top, please. Disconnect and reconnect.
So give it a minute here.
There we go.
Okay, now scroll down for me. Okay, yeah. Okay, now hit max on tag. Okay, now hit up at the first one where it says BNB, change it to BUSD.
This one here.
Change tag. She wants her tag to BUSD, don't she?
No, please. Or yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Change that back to BNB. Yep, you're totally correct. Go down to your tag and change it to BUSD. Okay, scroll down. Swap.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, take it from here, Andrea. I'm going to jump in if needed, though. Just,
You're doing good.
I can keep going if you'd like.
This is the part I don't like is the BUSD to tag. And then after that, it's like easy sailing.
Right.
I guess I don't understand the why we're changing tag to BUSD if we're mining.
We're not. We're changing BNB to BUSD to match the tag.
Okay.
We're creating a pair.
Creating a pair. Yeah.
Okay, now, and then I go up to liquidity, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, now change that up top to BUSD. Let it click for a second and then hit max on the tag, please. Okay. Enable them.
And I can do both at the same time, correct?
Yes, ma'am. After you
I have to
confirm.
confirm them.
Yes. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit. There you go.
Add to liquidity now after that stops.
Yes, ma'am. And that'll be just one confirm on that. It's trucking right along now. You might even think Sarah knows what she's doing.
I'll have to get some more clarification on the BUSD and tag. We don't need to do that right
Well,
now. But
Well, stay right there for a minute, okay? So you just paired. So the tag amount that we paired was what you've made so far. You decided to double down on that. So because it was only a little bit more, adding a little bit more B&B. So we're working with BUSD and tag. So we matched the tag amount with the BUSD amount, okay? And then we paired them just now is what you did. And once we paired those amounts, you added it to the liquidity pool. And now you'll scroll up and you'll go to the liquidity pool, to the farming. Okay. Switch that to BUSD and tag.
this one,
Yep. See, you match those two. Now hit max. And then scroll down a little bit before you deposit it so that we can all see. Okay, not that much. Yeah, let's try to see as much as, okay, right there's good. So you can see that she has 1K in there and she's now adding what she just did to that pool. She gets 0.2234% of the farming share in it. And you're going to see both of those numbers go up as she now hits deposit. And she's going to confirm this twice. And by the way, you can put as much money in that liquidity pool outside of your tag, outside of what you're making if you want to make more money. That's what I've done.
So Thomas, can somebody actually just buy tag if they wanted to do this part?
Absolutely. That's what I did.
Okay.
So you would just go in with your BNB into your MetaMask. You would swap from your BNB. So on that, I would start with BNB, right? Okay. And then I would go, okay, I want to use 3 BNB. So I'm going to take 1.5 BNB, turn it into tag, 1.5 BNB, turn it into BUSD, but I'm going to also keep a little bit in there, like 0.4 in there for the
gas fees.
For the fees. So as you guys can see now, she has 1.2K in there and 0.25. I want to say something while we're here for Sarah, that sometimes we'll come back in the next day and it'll have gone down. And you'll go, wait, I had 1.2K in there yesterday. And you might go, and so you want to write these things down for your own common sense. So it's the number of tag and whatnot also that you want to make sure that you know, because the price went down. That means not necessarily you didn't lose anything because you're always gaining here. This is not a lose scenario. You cannot lose here. Okay. You're always gaining more tag or more coin when you're mining. That's a never lose situation. If I understand what I'm saying correctly. But if BNB goes down in price and tag goes down in price, well, then it's gonna look like it's lower, but it's really not. You just got to play the market and let it come back. You know, like that's it was lower last week. We had a nice jump. Andrea knows that I made 1.5 thousand in 1 week, and then another 1.5 thousand from the price hike. So in about a week and a half. Well, that was the price hike of what I already had, but it showed up. So then I could top that off, take some of that money, pay some bills, and I'm still leaving 10 grand in there to use, type of thing. So like here, for instance, on Sarah, she could take out the 1.2K, leave in 0.5K, have $700 to pay rent or whatever, if she wanted to, anytime she wants to, type of thing. Now that number changes as you swap things back though. So, just know that, that 1.2K ends up being 0.98 or whatever, but you're always winning, because basically here they're using your money to put liquidity to the program. So you're getting a percentage on that. And you're also gaining more tag because you're farming tag. So you're double dipping here in this pool. You're making money two more ways than just using your hashtags.
So to be clear, so where do you see the profit? Which one is the profit that so far that I've made? So for example,
well, you have to write down your numbers to keep track of that.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will start doing that because I haven't been doing that. So
Right.
we'll go over this another time.
No, but that's a great question. Okay.
I mean, I just wanted to understand what all of these actually mean, and I'm like,
okay, so your total deposit in the liquidity pool is
Right here.
1.2K in value. Yep. And then your farming share, that's how much you gain per hour out of your farming pool. And then that's how much you make in tag and how much you make in BUSD. Which is okay, or that's how much tag you're farming and how much you make in tag. And then yield per block is right here. And then I don't know what the LPT staked means. Do you, Andrea?
That's the liquidity pool that it's staking. That's how much everybody in the pool has together of tag.
Okay, that's right.
okay.
And then also, you can look at your separate deposits and stuff on the right side there. But go ahead and scroll up real quick. I want to see if I'm missing anything. Okay. So it'll also show you how much tag you still have. So you did not use in our pairing 97.77 of tag, which is basically I think I'm seeing that correctly. And then tag price is 0.285, which 2 days ago was 0.31. So meaning that might not seem like that significant, but let's say her 1.2K in there, I promise you from that 3.1, if it was to 2.8, then you're talking a couple more $100, every point. So,
and when we started it, 3 weeks ago, has
Yep.
it been? It was at 17 cents, 18 cents for the price when we first started. So that's a lot that it's gone up, even though it went down from the 31.
right.
Still in the positive of 28.
And there's certain thresholds that they know for sure coming from the programming that will give us price hikes. So imagine your tag as you're doing this. So imagine she has 1.2%, 1.2K in tag at 0.28. Imagine that being $1. Yeah, I mean, you're talking some significant opportunity for more money to make. Guys, one of the reasons why I'm in this program and two of the programs that I'm in that is because of so much potential with the other, they're at the stages of just launching programs. So like this one, we're launching, as you saw in the presentation the other night, we're launching, some music stars and some different things in the NFT world. You won't even be able to buy hashtags in a couple of months. So take advantage of sharing that with your friends now, because that 100,000 is going to go pretty quick. Okay. So Yeah, go ahead and go there real quick.
I just want to look at my hashtags.
Go ahead. Show them that one.
This is the one that makes me crack up because I have no idea what this is. And this is the one that Jimmy, so look at, this has been a #1 for, oh gosh, a month now.
So that's some gaming word or something that,
Yeah, I have no idea.
What is it called? VTuber Uprising?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
How'd you come up with that, Sarah?
Jimmy, actually, I was on when I first signed up, and Nalani and Thomas and Jimmy and I were doing stuff, and they were looking stuff up. I had no idea how to even look up hashtags at the time. And he says, "Oh, here's a good one." And I'm like going, "Okay." And I had no idea what it was.
We still don't know what it was.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I've got a 10.
Awesome.
And then a 14.
I think those are awesome.
And I mean, they've all come up, which is
Yeah, and all of those meta ones, those
Yeah.
are futuristic. I mean, we're barely even tapping into that market yet.
yeah,
Just like my teeter, when Yellowstone comes back on and new shows come out and teeter does something, it's gonna blast all over Twitter, and I'm gonna make money. You see?
yeah,
So when somebody puts up a meta pet game and they start hashtagging that all around, holy cow.
yeah. Yeah. So, it's kind of fun, but they're at 600 now, the hashtags. And I think we bought them at, if I remember correctly, at 450.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I bought my first one at 400.
Yeah.
So Sarah, VTuber is an online entertainer who uses a virtual avatar generated using computer graphics and real-time motion capture software or technology.
Oh, I knew that.
So you pretty much bought graphics,
That is
Huh.
cool.
Wow.
motion picture software. That's awesome.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. Considering I had no clue what.
Okay, Andrea, did you want to go through anything else or whatever? I don't have my Daisy stuff done to go through that right now, guys. But if somebody else wants to, so now we're going to switch gears to just doing other stuff. But you're all welcome to hang on with us if you're ready to do any of that. Are you ready to do anything with Daisy?
I'm not.
I'm not. Sarah, are
I
you?
don't got enough. In
I actually, I did swap mine this morning.
I have
So-
not been claiming this much this week.
Me
So
neither. It's been real low.
I mean, I'm okay if we don't do it this week. We can do it next week. That's fine. I didn't.
okay,
Miguel wanted to do his tag protocol.
okay. So you want to?
Well, yeah, that, and gosh, guys, I am just blown away here. I'm so interested in it that I'm feeling a little intimidated also,
Well, at this
But-
point for you, with how many hashtags do you have?
I think I have 2.
Yeah.
So do you want to share screen and go to yours and we can see if you're ready to do it with that? Or did you want to farm with other money?
Thomas, first of all, I don't think I can. Now, don't give me any crap about it, but I've got this Macintosh computer and I think I have to get something in regard to Chrome. I think I could do it on my phone, but why can't I do it on my computer? I think I have to have some sort of
You have to download
Awesome.
Chrome. So here's what I suggest on that, instead of all of us being on here for that, is that I'll give Andrea a little bit of hours to do that with you, or however many minutes it takes. So Andrea can help you with that, and because that's really good for us, actually, right, Andrea? Because then we can learn how to add that to his computer, because we'll have people in the future that we'll need to help that with. So let's go ahead and set up a time for you and Miguel. And if you guys want to do that when we get off here, she can, you guys can Google it and look it up and do whatever. Once you get that on there and your MetaMask on there, then from there, once we've paired up your MetaMask, we can do anything.
Yeah. I might have already done it. I think I did that a couple weeks ago, and it's an offshoot of Chrome for Macintosh, for Apple. So I'll have to look at that. But and I do want to figure out the whole, the DAISY aspect as well. So I've got some people that are chomping at the bit, and I've told them, guys got to be responsible. You got to pay attention. But I also, as I've told Sarah, I feel somewhat responsible, and because, I just do, and I want to help them.
Well, I get that. Okay. Just like we're helping now.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. We have to watch videos to learn it just like them.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just saying this to clear the air of feeling bad, because we'd never allow that no more, because it's this simple. If my dad can watch a movie and download it on a computer and watch a movie, and my dad's passed away, so I'm kind of, being facetious a little there. But if he can do that, then he can also watch a movie on YouTube to learn just like me. And so people will say, just show me, just show me, just show me. But then they're really not learning themselves how to find out. So They get in a pickle. Me and Miguel are up on a ski slope. If they can't withdraw their money, they're going to lose it all. But me and Miguel are on a ski slope. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to even look up YouTube to figure out how to do it. And now guess who gets blamed? Yeah, you still.
Yeah.
So isn't all this information on the Getting Started site as well?
Absolutely.
Everything is consolidated on there, and
Okay.
we have given them every bit of information.
I just want to be a little more specific as to how I can direct them specifically to Getting Started, the Getting Started site.
Okay, so I would be willing to do this so that I can start taking, so Velka, this might not mean much to you, but we're in DAISY and we're doing all this stuff with that program. They're actually live trading for us, and they launched a coin about 5 months ago, and we get to take it out and turn it into another coin. And then turn it into BNB if we want, so that we can use it in these newer programs. So I would commit to what does Sunday afternoon look for you guys? In early afternoon, like at noon. Wait, no,
To
Sunday's
do
not
what?
good. To do DAISY. And to go through the whole thing of swapping it and all. And we can do multiple of us until we get it down.
So
by that time, either Sunday or Monday, by that time, Andrea and Miguel will know that he's ready to do it, because he'll have it on there. But also he'll be able to see us do it like we do it. And we all can have swapped claimed as much coin as we can by that point.
Okay, I can do that. Would it be okay if I invited a few others to that on Sunday?
Yes, but it's not a full-blown Q&A, because we're going to go through it and they're going to get as much as they can.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if it's an interruption every 5 seconds, we don't get anywhere. And I'm going to have family here, so if I'm going to do it Sunday, I'm not going to be on here more than an hour.
Yeah, whatever works for you, Thomas.
What does Sunday look like for everybody else? Because it would be nice for them to see it done 3 times. That's what's been so great about Sarah and Andrea and I doing this on Fridays, that we'll go through that, then we'll go through our DAISY. And so each time we're learning more, But on DAISY, separate from tag, Who wants to, I mean, what does everybody's timing look like? I can't do it in the morning.
Afternoon.
I can do it early afternoon.
Okay, like what, noon or 1? How about
Yes.
1 p.m. on Sunday?
Sarah?
That should work. I have tentative plans and I don't know what time that's supposed to be, but
What, are
I'm,
you playing pickleball or something?
yeah,
Yeah.
So noon or 1 would work for me.
Okay. Why don't we say 1?
Okay.
okay.
So this Zoom is what you would invite them to. And yes, we want anybody that's willing to learn to come on. I'm just
Awesome.
going to preempt it when we start that, guys, like I did this one, pick up as much as you can. You're not going to get it all, but also, and then also, that, hey, we learned from the video. So we'll reiterate that to them. And we also learned by doing it and being willing to make a ton of mistakes, like you saw earlier. Hell, half of it wasn't working correctly. But by doing so, Velka, you got to see me troubleshoot to try to figure it out. Hell, we didn't even figure it out on mine. We figured it out on Sarah's. So we just troubleshoot all the way through it until we figure it out. And we have to get other people willing to do that.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks that Andrea has 400 hours in a day.
She doesn't?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I need
She's our crypto brain.
Right. So on this
Yeah.
liquidity pool and on the tag part, Velka, anybody have any questions or anything that we can help with at this point?
No, I don't have any questions. I just wanted to tap in just to kind of see what was going on. And like you said, just pick up what I can. I did take a look at all the getting starting videos and all of that, spent some time doing that yesterday. So just getting my feet wet in all of this. It's all new to me. I've been, in crypto since 2017, but NFTs, all this is
Right.
that's all new stuff. So I
That
don't have a clue. So
Right.
Don't
And
feel
by the way,
bad, Bianca. It's still,
There's
I'm still
so much
learning.
NFT stuff going on out there right now, guys, that be careful because, you don't want to make it to where you're, I'm not trying to say don't focus on it somewhere else, but let's say you're in 3 different things for 3 different games. And in order to support it, you got to play 3 different games to make money or whatever on them. I'm just saying, be very, very careful there for yourself. But I'm not talking like we hear some people teach sometimes to not diversify in it. I'm just saying in the NFT space, I could literally get in 20 different things right now. And I wouldn't be very good at any of them because I'm not even good at one of them yet, so
That's chasing too many rabbits.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And fat boy over here, no, I'm just kidding.
Thomas, I just sent Andy over to you.
Okay. And Andy.
Adams for tag.
Oh, okay. And so whatever the case may be, yeah, whatever we can do to help here. And Velka, whenever you're ready to look at what you've starting to make, like say, I'd say probably at 1 tag weekly, is when you'll want to maybe see about compounding that. Unless you're adding to it, then you can do it, more often. But if you get, another tag or whatever, and you're seeing that like you're making, 100 tag or whatnot, well, if you want to farm that, we can, but nobody has to farm anything. I'm just trying to maximize whatever I can with whatever I got. And Andrea, your story was perfect. You started just with tag and with, I think I gave you $100 Christmas bonus or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like at 150 and you're like at 600-700 now.
Well, it dropped. We were almost to 500, but we're at 447 right now.
Yep. So if somebody didn't do anything but took the tag that they're making off of their hashtag and then split that into BUSD and tag, so match that, and started a liquidity pool at $50 or whatever, it's at least making something and growing, right? Right. But not necessary at all, because tag's going to keep going up and stuff. So even if you're not mining, you're still doing real good there. Anyway.
And with
I do
your-
have a question. Can you take what profit we're making and buy another hashtag? Is there a way of doing that?
Sure. We just roll back the process that we just did, and you enable it to now make it B&B. Okay, so we just take out of there and go backwards, and like I said earlier, when I do that, because I will be doing that, because I'm trying to make a paycheck on a weekly basis out of the reason I got 10 grand in there. I want a weekly paycheck. Okay. So, so I'm going to compound that, and I'm going to have some that I can take out weekly or biweekly or monthly. Okay. So I can roll that back out into B&B and cash it out, or buy a hashtag with.
and that's what we want to do with ours. That's
Yeah,
why
we're
we
about to
started
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what I would like to do next week, I think.
Okay. Well,
But I want to
honored-
keep it when the hashtag's still at 600 now, so.
Okay, so, and anybody's welcome to get back on here, Daisy, at 1:00 Mountain Time on, and just to see what we're doing there, because we're learning, we're going to be swapping, using MetaMask to swap and change things in different things. It's just going to be with a different program. So it'd still be a learning opportunity, Velka, if you wanted. And then at any time, Velka, that you wanted to get on here solo to do more for yourself or whatever, that's open. But I'd let your hashtag work for you a little bit, depending on what you want to do there.
Well, two quick questions. I know Andrea said that with regard to the minting, I think what you said was you usually wait till you have about 50. So is that like a standard rule of thumb? You guys wait till about that before you do anything? And what is the reasoning behind that? Because of the fees, it's costly?
Yeah, and that's all a personal preference.
Okay.
So obviously, with 12 hashtags, I'll do it almost daily.
Okay.
With one hashtag for Andrea, she'll watch that build up. Sometimes it'll build up faster than not, and depending on price going up, and then she'll say, okay, I'm comfortable using that 0.03 or that 0.15%, because that'll all add up. And if you're just minting and claiming every day, you can do that. But they also say, don't mint and claim until you're ready to use it for something, because you're affecting the price. Now, a small amount isn't that big, but we'd rather it not be in the pool of the coin and mint when we're going to use it for something, because you can just let it build up in there, and it's not hurting you anything. You can actually let it build up until you see the price go up a little bit more. Then you have more to throw in price wise to throw into the liquidity pool, where that's making more sense on the fees as well. But like, for instance, if I wasn't doing the liquidity pool and farming myself, I wouldn't mint and claim any of it. I just let it keep growing, because that's just tag growing in there and not affecting the marketplace.
Okay.
When I want to cash any of it out or whatnot, then I'd mint and claim it.
Okay. All right. And I had asked you about this one thing in text. So I just wanted to get clarification with regard to the cases of the hashtags. Because some of them say it's available, same exact phrase, but different cases. How exactly is that kind of determined how it's going to pay out?
Okay. Andrea, do what you can on that. I got to grab it.
Okay.
So you're talking about if they're lowercase or uppercase or misspelled?
Yeah, like right. Let's just for an example,
I honestly
just do it all lowercase, just do it, the J, the D, and the I is uppercase. How does that differentiate between how it's going to pay out?
I honestly don't think it differentiates a whole lot because like for us, we have Santa Claus, but it's all lowercase because Santa Claus with a capital S and C was already taken, but we're getting paid out and it's being tagged on Twitter just as well as the capitals. So it's showing same amount of tweets for either or. And you figure we have, I don't know how many billion people here on Earth, but what if they even misspelt it? I know when we were searching Santa Claus, we put an E at the end, not realizing, oh, there's no E. So people can just misspell it and that can benefit you. So I really don't think, and if you look on Twitter, a lot of the stuff is lowercase or capitalized. It just depends on the person who's hashtagging it.
Okay.
I remember Jimmy saying once that it didn't matter. Now, as far as claiming it goes, you can't buy it if it's upper or lowercase. It's got to be what's available. Okay.
Right.
Now, as far as I remember, and I don't know what Jimmy meant by this, but he said, heck, people with misspelled hashtags are making money.
Yeah, he has said that several times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because,
All
most people can't spell. No.
You just make a mistake on that hashtag and.
Right.
But yeah, one of a very popular, I can't remember which one it is, but I did hear that there's an extremely popular misspelled hashtag. That's used quite a bit. So, so that was it. And like you, Tommy, you said about, your goal is to make like a weekly paycheck. That's kind of what I want to do. So I definitely would like to get with you to, figure out what's the best route for me to take to do that. Cause that's kind of where I am right now. I just need something constant kind of, I don't care if I'm exchanging time for money at this point. Is just, I want something
starting to build up to where we're not.
Right.
Yeah. And I tell you, I got that hanging up all over my house right now. And I really believe in that. As on my mind's eye, and it's passive residual. I make money quickly and abundantly. I'm making money while I sleep. All of these different statements like that, I have all over my house because I believe in that and I'm literal about that. And it's funny, just out of nowhere, we have all these passive incomes that have come our way, man. I mean, between the Walmart store, the Amazon store, this. Daisy, I mean, they're all passive. If somebody wants. Daisy hasn't worked out for us too well so far, or on paper it hasn't worked out for us well. It doesn't look well, but in the long run, I believe it will. But it's trading. Sometimes in trading you lose, sometimes you don't. Now on farming and liquidity pools and whatnot, it don't matter what the market does, we're still making.
Okay. Yeah.
So farming and liquidity pools are always good. And we're just launching something in the Nexus program on that, and also on Martian NFTs. So that's another thing that you have information on. They're actually we're now 7 days away, or no, it'd be less than that, like 5 days away from farming on Catapult Swap, and to where that we're starting to make money off of a whole new launch of a swap platform.
Okay.
So a new swap platform. So both of these programs, Nexus and this and Daisy, actually, the whole thing about them is some people are looking at them one-dimensional. That's not the way we look at things right now. So be careful, because other people are saying they're making all this money over here, but they understand with that program, it's not one-dimensional, it's multi. So like here, we're at the start of the one-dimensional with Tag Protocol is hashtags. From hashtags, we have the opportunity to do the liquidity pool and to gain more tag and the stag coin.
Mhm.
But when they're starting to launch other NFTs and stuff, we have the opportunity as members to participate in the early stages of all of that. Same with Nexus, but Nexus is very aggressive in their new programs. So, and Nexus, the reason we love Nexus, let's say that you have somebody that hasn't done anything, Velka, and you go, you know what, you should get involved in Nexus with a couple hundred and let them take, because they can get on a Zoom and a lady on there that's much sweeter looking than Tommy Dubois can walk them all the way through just buying their first crypto, just getting involved in their first thing. And we don't have to do all the work, because I know
Yeah,
with
they're-
your two
yeah.
sons
I-
that's probably that your time consumed, you know, with your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thomas, I just to chime in on that, I was so grateful. The two women from Canada, and they have this onboarding process, and man, it was so great. They just got me started, and I really
Yeah.
that is what's going to make that program shine and grow.
Yeah. And Bielka, here's the thing is that you already have part of the steps already put together.
With the MetaMask.
You already have MetaMask, you already have crypto, you're familiar with it. So the process will be really much quicker. However, you know, it is a great place for education. And they're actually, you know, they got the onboarding, which gets you into activity. And then they actually have an educational group that actually is a paid, like if somebody needs a half hour to an hour of their time, you actually have to pay for it, but it's so worth it because the amount of time that Thomas and I have put into helping people over the years, and Andrea, oh my gosh, you know, just, it's like such a relief.
Well, that's why I pay Andrea for it.
Oh, and Nexus is the only company that everybody's aware of that actually does all that onboarding and education face to face, which is nice.
But
Right.
it's nice to, you don't be the expert anymore. It's
Yeah.
nice for these people to learn from their own fingertips, and we're not disrupting their learning because we get so frustrated. We do it for them, but it's actually teaching them step by step, and then they're not as afraid to hit a certain button or purchase a certain coin. It's showing them from step by step. And then we get to watch them grow and appreciate it more than being so frustrated that just give it to me. Let me do it for you. You know, we're watching everybody growing.
And we've learned from our own mistakes on this and seeing it in process. From 7 years ago, I have people still calling me. Well, I had somebody call me on IPN yesterday. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's been shut down for 4 years, guys. Oh, I'm not sure if it's worth anything. you know.
Where's my coin? All
Yeah.
$100 of it.
Yeah, I'm like, and that's what she said, 7,500. And I said, you put in 7,500 and you don't know where your coin. Oh, you know. So here that takes it, because she's calling me to ask me to just look at what her investment is. I'm like, we've made some mistakes over the years because we taught them how to do that by doing it for them. But that's what's great about this is we can really, really help people to get into the space, and they mirror up to this. Now, I'll say this, that there's a lot of people think that every single new thing that comes out, we got to get a part of. We have to start getting picky. I'm talking about inside the programs we're in, like in Tag and in Nexus. If you think that every time Nexus launches a program, you're going to do it, you're going to be broke, you know, because you're not going to be able to watch it all, because they're launching like 3 this year. You can't be a part of everything that each platform is launching. You pick and choose within that platform the ones you want to participate in, right? So like Daisy, they've launched 3 new things. I'm not in any of them. You know, I'm not in their their art thing. I'm not doing the art thing, except for I'm staking to get free stuff out of the art thing, you know, type of thing. So what I'm saying is not right now. I don't think there's too many things for us to kill ourselves right now. But 6 months from now, if you have a little here, 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 you're really not supporting any one thing. So we want to start to curve that into, I want to build my portfolio to things that I enjoy, like maybe the Martian game, or maybe for me something in the pet world for my dog grooming shop, maybe something like that. But we want to start forming our portfolio to our individual needs. All right. Well, so 1 o'clock for some Daisy stuff. Velka, you just reach out to me for anything, and if I can't be there, and I also want some people that don't understand, like Andrea and Mark, in my relationship. I know you guys do, but just come to me first, and if I think she's better at it, or sometimes I'm just trying to give Andrea hours, so I send them to you. But I love to help, and I love to get on, and a lot of times I get on with Andrea. And then we get nothing accomplished because we're both talking. So, but no, I'm just kidding. So with that, let's call it one for Friday. I'm here for you. Yep. Sarah, I have to know what you did yesterday because you were secretive. So
yeah.
Talk to you.
Me too.
What did you do? A new yoga stance, Sarah?
Yeah. Don't I look 10 years younger? All the blood flushed to my head.
Yes, you look amazing. Please tell me, was it one hand or two?
My finger.
I am very glad that you had a good birthday. It is creepy weather not creepy weather. It is snowy weather up here. I have to run around because I'm throwing a Valentine's dinner for my church, and I got to go pick up some posters and stuff. So I am available via phone, but I got to get over there and do that before they close on Friday.
Andrea, can I give you a call?
Yes.
Okay. Thomas and Andrea, everybody, I really admire you guys for keeping track of all the things you do. That blows me away. And I wonder how you do it.
We don't. We fake it well. Yeah. Yeah, we don't.
Andrea, are you
I
writing?
will tell you this, that I'm in so many things that I now have a legal pad for each company. So like Martian and Nexus right here. Okay. So nothing else will go on this legal pad but Nexus stuff for now.
Good idea. That's what I need to do.
And then I have printed out stuff from the Nexus team in here, stuff like that. So I have a legal pad for each one is what I'm doing now, because like you said, it is getting a little bit crazy. That's also now some people go, Tom, you're in all of those things. Okay, but I had 50 grand to start with. Okay. So I'm not trying to say that in a weird way, because I don't probably have that. Well, yeah, I do. But meaning that 5 grand split up in the same way right now would work. But here soon, 5 grand split up into too many things isn't gonna work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's all keep growing and counseling with each other. That's what this is all about, a continual learning, not being an expert.
Yeah, collaboration and figuring it out as we go.
And
Figuring one thing at a time.
If Miguel messes up on something, like Andrea and Miguel figuring out Miguel's computer now anybody that comes on in any of our groups, somebody will go, hey, Miguel had to go through that, and we can put Miguel to work.
Yeah.
And it just it does take time, and people don't like to hear it, but I know for me, it's watching a YouTube over and over, even after I was on the live webinar that they did, but it's taking notes and it's really listening. And then after about the 5th time, honestly, it's playing, but I'm multitasking, by the 3rd or 4th time, I'm multitasking because it's registering, but I already have my notes. So.
And a lot of times by that time we can do it alongside of them,
Exactly.
like there'll be a live going on over here, and it's like, oh, he just talked about catapult swap. We can jump into catapult swap and start swapping and beat everybody to it because we're learning together like this. So we'll do this again next Friday for sure. Sunday at 1 for sure. Open to anybody's phone calls for the next 2 hours. I'm going to be on the road, but via phone. And I'll be leaving in maybe a half hour. So I am available. But then the rest of the day, have a sister-in-law coming tonight that Laura and her are going to do their thing. So I'm doing NFTs. So let's have some fun.
All right.
And
Okay.
then I'll get that written up. Give me about an hour to get it done after I talk with Miguel and stuff. So.
And she's going to post that on the Tag
WhatsApp.
Mania.
Hey, it's just real quick on a question with Daisy. You know, I have several accounts for my kids and stuff, but they were smaller accounts. Would it be more beneficial to accumulate them all and put them into one account?
Well, you know, the one account that we're using that we're swapping out of. So mine is Retiring Laura account. So that's what the account's called, Retiring Laura. So the Retiring Laura account, all of my separate ones, I claim them. You know, I let them build up to like, you know, because if they're $100 account, I let them build up to over 10 at least. Then I claim them, and then I just send them all over to Retiring Laura. And then
Okay. How about I'm sending all those over to Retiring Sarah?
Yeah, see, now that's up to you to keep track of if you really want those accounts to pay for your kids. For me, I got one kid, they're getting it all. I don't care. I'm not going through that rigmarole no more. I'm not trying to keep things separate because I'll write them checks if they need money.
Well, I just wondered if it was more beneficial to have more in one account than it is to have these smaller accounts. You know what I'm saying?
As far as withdrawing what's in there or claiming the coin.
Claiming the coin, I think.
Yeah. It doesn't do you no good to be working with smaller amounts claiming the coin because you're costing yourself money on all that swapping and stuff. So you can do it either way, but that would be a logistical nightmare for a guy like me.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, when it comes to the coin, I'm just sending it all together. I can actually show you that a little bit on. No, I can't. That's not on my computer. That's all on my phone. But
That's okay. When I'm on my way to Payon, y'all stop by and we'll spend a couple hours.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
And then
Everybody
I
good?
It's so nice to see you on here with us.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. So thank you guys. Very informative information. So looking forward to learning more.
Whatever we can do, holla holla.
Great.
All right.
Have an awesome day, you guys.